How many hours do you use your cell phones and laptop every day? Did you check out your screen time? 3 hours? 6 hours? 8 hours? 10? 12? And more? It's better to ask in another way. Do you dare to check your screen time? Monetary results. Oh my god, are you kidding me? No doubt, these tech gadgets are not only helping us to connect with someone, furthermore, they have already become our calculators, entrepreneurs, traveling guides, live recorders, social media, gaming players, and more. You think those expensive and time-consuming tech gadgets make you powerful and fantastic? No. They have been making us, the human beings, vulnerable than ever before. So, why? Why do these high-tech gadgets make you vulnerable? Physical damage. If you look at the screen for 24 hours, then another 24 hours. Stare at. Wow. Let's see eyes first. In prolonged evolution history, eyes are the revolutionary significant survival organs for many creatures, including our human beings. Without eyes, hardly could we see the light to signal our bodies to eat and sleep, to accurately and timely keep balance when we stand, walk, run, and jump, and to detect dangers, including fire and predators, and all regular activities helping us to maintain and protect our bodies promptly during day and night. In modern life, many people, even the majority of people, are visual learners who rely on eyes most to acquire knowledge and skills. However, these portable and convenient high-tech gadgets make our eyes extremely concentrated on this size of scope of visions. According to Dr. Matthew Gardner, an ophthalmologist, long-time screen time will cause computer vision syndrome, basically including dry eyes and eye strain. Dry eyes is caused by a lack of blinking. When you look at the screen, you are so involved that you forget to blink. The blink rate goes from 15 times a minute to 5 to 7 times a minute, explained Dr. Gardner. But you need to blink to establish the tear film on the eyes, a thin layer of liquid that protects the surface of the eye. If you don't blink enough, your eyes dry out, causing blurring vision and discomfort. Then another main problem from staring at a screen for too long time is eye strain. One possible cause of this is the brightness or the stare at comes from an electronic screen. Bright light sources can feel uncomfortable, especially if you have cataracts. Dr. Gardner says, eye strain can also result from focusing up close on a screen without the proper eyeglass prescription. Anytime you're strained to see something, maybe because you need to reading glasses or have resistance getting them, you can get a headache. Even more, eye fatigue, loss of focus, flexibility, nearsightedness, retinal damage. When Steve Jobs combined all kinds of functions into these small smartphones, did he fully consider it? Nope. When people are addicted in using, do they fully consider it? Nope. They suffer. Are smartphones a great thing? Do designers consider healthy effects on users? At the very first time, computers were created not for ordinary people, instead, military use. For now, I need real health-friendly design to my body. Tech nerds. If you sit at your desk in front of computers, it's an awkward posture. long-time sitting muscles and tendons can become painful with repeatedly movements and awkward postures. You probably heard tech neck. The act of stressing muscles while using phones, tablets, and computers resulting in neck and shoulder pain. Stiffness and soreness is a problem that's getting worse. Initially, laptops were designed to be useful for a short period of time when a person couldn't access a desktop, but in reality, it turns out more portable, more popular. The problem is that the monitor and the keyboard of a laptop or a desktop computer are very close together. To position the monitor at the right height for your back and neck causes you to lift your arms and shoulders too high. But to position the keyboard at the best height for your arms and shoulders, you must hunch your shoulders and neck to see the monitor. Virtual world. Today, these tech gadgets have become the entrance of a virtual world. As long as you pick up your smartphones, you are taking a virtual trip, liberating yourself from where you are in the real world. In the virtual world, you are able to browse the most ideal scenarios such as beautiful selfie pictures, free talks with strangers and hidden identities, thriving gaming adventures, and imaginary romantic stories in movies. As long as you are not obliged to be back to the reality. You could make impossible things in the fucking real world possible there. That is why many of you would rather suffer this physical damage above than help yourself out of tech addiction. However, the reality is that you must face and live in. Once you come back, only for daily basis, eating, sleeping, using bathroom, or go to work and date ordinary people, the most clear thing in front of you is the more captive the virtual world is, the more disappointing the real world is. The most obvious example in our daily life is romantic love shock. Succeeding romanticism in literature and art, many movies and videos companies continue to create a fantastic romantic relationship on screen. However, in reality, those who intended to copy such drama stories to the real life must have experienced the romantic love shock. For many young people, beautiful yin in romantic relationship is imagination. Turns out to be heartbroken tragedies. Sometimes you don't know who you should blame. The virtual world where people create and you participate in, or you fool without super judgment. Right. The virtual world provides us with glory, hope, and ideal spiritual pursuit. Meanwhile, sharp contrast with the rough real world. When you put the feet on the ground sooner or later. Such a transition is much like you enjoyed in your childhood, whereas what you got to face in adulthood. That's why many tech companies and gaming companies can easily grow into big business and industries. Except you are capable of uniting people in the real world to build another land in virtual world with incredible passion, plausible approaches, successful business models, and convincing outcomes. Otherwise, you are merely a vulnerable underdog who even feel blurred between the virtual world and the reality. Paradox. Besides these obvious physical and spiritual effects, an ironical and paradoxical phenomenon is that the longer time smart cell phones and computers you use, more stupid your brain are. As you ask Siri for everything and she replies you the most correct answers, it turns out your brain skipped working. If she is mere an assistant who helps you, terrific. But if she is taking running chances of your brain that in the long term, as your brain works less, it will become obtuse. This is a unique and paradoxical AI-based function in cell phones and laptops that other tech gadgets which only help you to solve physical problems don't have. Can you calculate without calculators? Can you remember your own telephone number by brain? Can you interpret what I said for now in Chinese without Google Translate? Can you spell shit it out of electricity? Retrograded with over-reliance on the ones the tech gadgets, or as human beings, we have already been lost some so-called basic intelligence by being spoiled by tech gadgets' conveniences. Scientists have told us the more our brain work and be used. Less chance we get brain diseases.
Are humans smart? Yeah, they used to be, until they create something smart to fool themselves to be vulnerable.